All right, guys, good morning. Good morning. Okay, that's a little better. You're getting pizza today. You're out of this classroom. My name is Arlene Hunter, and I am the city manager for Bonita Springs. I will be with the city for 19 years this September. And we have a very exciting day planned for you. You guys are going to actually get to sit up here in the council seats. Someone, maybe a couple people, will get to be mayor and pound the gavel down. We're going to give you a chance to actually take up some issues that local government addresses, and some of you will get to be members of the public, which is all the folks that we serve. So we're very excited you're here. This is an important process, so you learn one of the most effective governments that you have control and the ability to reach folks at is at the local level, at your city level. You have the most access to us. From there, I'm sure you've all learned about state government and county government as well. So it's important that you participate and enjoy our events and participate in things that are important to you. We've had kids come here and talk about things that are important to them in our parks, like our skate park. So your voice matters here. So what we're going to do today is each of the departments directors will give you a little bit of their background. We're going to introduce you to our mayor, Rick Steinmeier. He's going to give you a little bit of background. I think then we're going to take a big group picture, and then you all are going to get a chance to tour all the offices here at City Hall. Okay? With that, I'm going to introduce our mayor, Rick Steinmeier. He's going to give you a little bit about his background.
Okay. Well, thank you for coming. Oh, wow. You guys really know how to impress me. Yeah, I'm Rick Steinmeier. I was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and moved to Detroit and then back to Cleveland, and then to Pennsylvania, and then upstate New York, and back to Pennsylvania. I graduated from Penn State with a Bachelor of Science degree. I'm not real good with speaking and spelling. I think I'm dyslexic, but I don't think they knew what that was in those days. But anyways, a Bachelor of Science from the College of Human Development at the Penn State University. So that includes law enforcement, nursing, health, nutrition, housing, community development. It's all in one college. So this is a perfect job for somebody that loves people and wants to make a better community of Bonita Springs. I'm lucky that my grandmother liked Florida, and her oldest daughter and her husband came to Bonita in 1948 and bought what is now Maria's. It was a restaurant. And so I've been coming down to Bonita since '52. That was a long time ago, before you guys were even an imagination. But I love Bonita. I've been a mayor for 3.5 years. I'm up for re-election. I don't know if the people want me. I work for the people. All these other people work for the government. I'm the liaison between you and the government. If you got I don't work for the government necessarily. I know how to get things done with them, but you can come to me as an independent voice, and we are the government in this country. The people, we the people, are the government. We're not a dictatorship. We're not a communism. We're not a monarch. We are an experiment in self-government. And somebody has to do it, because we can't do it all ourselves. So I really appreciate you all being here. And I'll let Arlene take over. She's been here a long time, 19 years. She knows what she's doing. Thank you.
So with that, I'm going to give an opportunity for each of the directors and our counterparts with the fire district and the sheriff's office to kind of give you a little background about their day-to-day, and also how, a little bit about their background and their education and how they got to their roles. One thing we want to make just clear for you all to understand is we are government light, so we actually contract out a lot of our services. So there's a private utility that does water and sewer. That's Bonita Springs Utilities. There's a separate fire district with elected fire commissioners and an appointed chief, which is separate from us. And then we have the Lee County Sheriff's Office that we have a contract for to actually provide additional enhanced community policing in the city, within the city limits. So with that, I'm going to have Lisa. You want to come up first, and then they'll just pass the microphone.
Okay, great. Hello, my name is Lisa Robertson. I am the Director of Financial and Administrative Services. I am, my degree is in accounting. I went to University of South Florida, Go Bulls, up in Tampa. So for my undergrad and my postgrad work, and I have my certified public accountant's license with the state of Florida, which is an additional thing that I went for. Basically, I'm the kid who loved math in school. I was the one that was better at math than English, so I do, if any of you guys are interested in math or even good at math, if you're just good at it, when you get in high school, take an accounting class and see if you like it. Everyone, every entity, and basically almost every person has to have an accountant. So I've told this story a few times. I had a guy that I worked with at a firm down in Naples. He actually worked for a professional football team as an accountant. And when they went to the Super Bowl, he got a Super Bowl ring. So he had 2 Super Bowl rings just from being an accountant. And if you like social media, Facebook, Instagram, all those companies, Meta, it's Meta now, whoever it is, they all have to have accountants. So anything you find interesting, if it's a company, if it's a nonprofit, if it's a charitable organization, they all have to have accountants. So you can, help them figure out if they can afford to hire some new people, if they need new sales, how much money they need to raise. So it's very interesting. You always have your pulse on what they're doing. Like if you were at Facebook or you were there, it was like, where are they making the money? Where they're advertising? How much of their advertising? You analyze all the data and then you figure out what's generating money and then help them make determinations about which segments of the market they go for. So very interesting. I love it. Again, if you're good at math, just think about accounting. I'm going to pass it. There you go. Thank you, sir.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Michael Guerrero over at Neighborhood Services. I've been in Bonita my whole life. I've seen it go through many changes. I actually even attended Bonita Springs Charter School as well. After I went to high school at Estero. After that point, then I went to go get a web design degree. I then saw an opportunity to start at Parks and Recreation at the front desk, and then an opportunity presented itself to work on the maintenance staff, so I hopped over to that. Did that for a little while, and then an opportunity to join code enforcement to really branch out, try something different, really get to see and speak with the residents of Bonita. Did that for a little while longer. Each day poses new challenges. It really pushes you to try to find solutions to really deal with the residents. You really do get a feel for what they think and how they're feeling. So it's a great opportunity to really try to meet the residents' needs. Stuff that I'm into, I like information technology. I never thought I would be over here in code enforcement, but having this steady job, it just provides time to enjoy those hobbies. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Nicole Perino. I'm the Parks and Recreation Director, so the fun department, as I like to say. So I get to do all the fun stuff. So we do have 26 parks in the city of Bonita Springs. Did any of you guys know that? Nope. Most people don't. Everyone knows Riverside Park, right, where we have all of our events. Or do you all know we have a brand new skate park at the rec center? We also redid our baseball fields. So those are just some of the fun things that we do. My background is actually my degree is in biological sciences and exercise physiology. So I started out in a municipal recreation center as a fitness director. And then I moved up the ranks here with the city of Bonita Springs. I've been here 16 and a half years. So I moved up through the ranks and became the Parks and Recreation Director. So other fun things that we do, the swimming pool, we have the rec center, what else do we have? All kinds of things, nature parks, all the fun stuff. So if you guys have an interest in sports or recreation of any kind, or even building fun new things. That's kind of where my realm comes, and the fun stuff that we do here with the city of Bonita Springs. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Laura Taylor. I'm the Director of Communications and Facilities. We have some fun in our department as well. We do the special events. Carissa Manoli, if you'll wave, she plans this day for your school. She's also helping us plan all of our city events. How many of you have been to 4th of July? Holiday in the Park? Celebrate Bonita? That's all planned here at the city. Carissa's taking on all of that role right now. And we've been doing those type of events for years, and they've been growing slowly, but they started with our city manager. She used to plan those events as well. Then I took them on, and now Carissa's taking those on. Our department also oversees facilities, renovations of facilities now. Marcelo, if you'll raise your hand. He's in our department. Alex, who also handles information technology. So we have a broad range of different things that we're doing in our department. As the city manager said, it's government light. We handle media relations for our counselors. So if someone wants to get a quote from the mayor, they'll call us and we'll work with him to make sure that he gets interviewed for the media. We also handle security for our facilities. How many of you know what you want to do right now when you grow up? Okay, what do you want to do?
I want to be a marine biologist.
Okay.
I want to work at McDonald's in California.
In California, nice.
Attorney.
Attorney. Anyone else? Okay.
Interior designer.
Okay.
A lawyer.
Engineer.
A vet.
Okay. Just shout it out if I can't reach you. Pediatric surgeon. Okay. So I asked that question because I like to start where it all started for me, which was in 7th grade. I had a teacher, his name was Mr. Dolan. He had us do a project for radio and TV where we would film back then we had photographs that we would film with a huge camcorder. We didn't have phones that did that. But we would film the photos and we would play on a cassette tape on a little radio, and we would play music for the background for our videos. And so we would do a project that way. At the time, I was really interested in telling stories and creating narratives. And so he walked me over to the high school, and I got to meet the radio and TV teacher. So by the time I was in 12th grade, he ended up giving me a position where I got to work with the local governments and talk about the local community and do stories with the film, for like a 30-minute segment with the TV shows that we had. So that kind of started where I went with my career. Then I moved here to Florida, and I went to Florida Gulf Coast University. I ended up getting my degree in communications, and I started working with the Parks and Recreation Department, where I worked my way up to my position now. So the reason I tell you that story and I go through this is it can start for you right now. Just get engaged, make sure that you pursue what you want to do, and you're talking to your teachers and you're making sure to tell them what you like to do, because it can help you starting in 7th grade. All right, thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike Sheffield. I'm the city clerk, and I'm originally from a very cold place in New York State near Niagara Falls, where I worked as a probation officer for a lot of years. And in that role, people who were convicted of a crime, I helped to lead them to healthy, law-abiding lifestyles. And we get sick, like most people, tired of dealing with the snow and the cold. And I've been in this area for 20 years. I've worked for local government in Naples, Marco Island, and most recently now in Bonita Springs. So I have two big roles as the city clerk. If you were to attend a city council meeting, you would see me sitting up there writing. I do a lot of writing. And I'm writing down, kind of like the city historian, I'm writing down everything that city council approves, their votes, ordinances, which are city laws that they adopt, resolutions, which are kind of like rules or directives, and I'm making a record of all of that. And so it's very important that the city clerk is a good listener. I have to listen to everything, and that the city clerk is a good writer. I have to make sure I write with accuracy. For example, let's say that the city council were to approve a parade in the city, and they approve it to be held on Thursday, July the 4th. But I'm not listening, I'm not paying attention, and I write down Wednesday, July the 3rd. There'll be some problems, right? Yeah, that'll lead to a lot of problems. So it's very important the city clerk is accurate. And my other big role is as the elections qualifying officer. The mayor mentioned that he is an elected official. So we have 6 city council members and 1 mayor, and they are all elected. They're elected by the people of our city. So my job is to make sure that candidates who want to run for office here in the city are qualified, that they meet certain qualifications. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Deputy Drinkwater. You guys can laugh. I work for the Lee County Sheriff's Office, Bonita Springs Community Policing Unit. I was originally born in England, moved here in 2006, started at Three Oaks Elementary, also went to Bonita Springs Charter School, graduated from South Fort Myers High School, went to FSW when it was called Edison, and right out of college, I applied with the Lee County Sheriff's Office. One of the really neat things about my job, especially working in Bonita, is the relationship that we have with the city. It's integral just to make sure everything works all together. We are just one little small part of that, and we work very closely with code enforcement, Parks and Rec, the fire department, everybody in the city. Sorry, I'm not a good public speaker. We work very closely with Deputy Drake. Mr. McDonald, do you have a question? I did, yes, sir. Good question. Yep, and through high school. Yep. Do you guys have any other questions? No? There's got to be one. I know somebody has a question. No? All right. Thank you.
Well, good morning. My name's Greg DeWitt. I'm the fire chief here. As Arlene said, we're separate from the city, just like the sheriff's office. So we have a completely different role. We work real well with the city, like when she talks about the parade, when we talk about the Celebrate Bonita, all these special events that Laura and her staff does. We're there with them. We're partners with the city of Bonita Springs. Even though we are not part of the city, the city itself is about 35 square miles, where the Bonita Springs Fire Department is about 72 square miles. And we have 7 fire stations throughout the area. And a little bit about me, I've been doing it for about 35 years. Grew up here in Southwest Florida, where I actually moved here in 1984. Went to Cypress Lake High School, graduated there, went to Edison, and then got my bachelor's degree at another college. So anyway, I worked myself up through the ranks. I started out as a volunteer, then a firefighter, then a lieutenant, then a deputy chief, and now assistant chief, and then the chief. So, and again, it all started when I was in 7th, 8th grade. When I lived in Indiana, one of my best friend's dad was a firefighter. So I'm like, this guy's crazy, man. Why would you run in and do this and run into a burning building to help somebody you don't even know? Little did I know I'd grow up to do that. And it's just one of those things, if anybody likes to have fun, it's a big slumber party. We work 24 hours on, 48 hours off. And it's very rewarding because you get to help people every day. Us and the sheriff's office see people in their worst days, because that's when they're calling for help or they need assistance. And between all of us, including the city, like when the hurricane came, we seen the worst time anybody would have, and we were always there to help them. And it just made you feel better about it, that if we can help you get through that one day, that 1 week, that 1 hour, it's something that you're going to live with for the rest of your life, about how you can help somebody. I know you guys said you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, all those things is always to help somebody. So always give back to the community. Both my kids went to school here, graduated from Estero High School, and both of them are living back here. My son's a firefighter down in North Collier, and he actually works for Collier County not code enforcement, zoning department. So he gives back on both sides of it. So just, if you have any questions, myself and the deputy are going to come back in a few minutes and answer any questions. So start thinking those questions. There's always going to be one or two. And so, but, it's all about education too. Right? As the deputy said, and myself, we both have bachelor degrees. Arlene, everybody here has got to continue to learn. I've been doing it for, like I said, 35 years as a firefighter and still don't know it all. Still learning something every day, even about firefighting. It's not just putting the wet stuff on the red stuff. So, all right?
Okay, hi everyone, I'm Mary Zizzo. I'm here from Community Development. So in our department, we have the building department, engineering, and then planning and zoning. So has anyone been to the food truck park downtown? Okay, so we work very closely with the city to make sure that downtown is developing, and in there you have building plans that you need. We make sure that the fire department's okay with what we propose, and that everyone is going to be safe when they go to these facilities. So we work a lot with all of the municipalities and then the city staff. If you want to put up a fence, if you want to build a house, if you want to start a business, you have to come to us, and then we tell you how you can do that and what our ordinances say. My background, I actually went to college to be a high school Spanish teacher, and clearly I'm not doing that. So it shows you can go to college, you can go to school to do many things. I went on to law school, and I am an attorney, but I work as a city planner for Bonita Springs. I interned with the city attorney's office throughout law school, and laws are constantly changing, so you can find ways to use that law degree or use your college degree in many different ways. I'm also a certified planner, so we have many different criteria that you have to follow throughout your profession, and essentially we want to make sure that anywhere you choose to live or work or build is going to work within the neighborhood. So when you see new developments come about, so Bonita del Sol, if you live near Paradise or even near your school, whenever you see a new building be constructed, it's come through our office. We tell them where they can build on the property and what kind of uses they can have there. So, you can't just put a restaurant wherever you want. You have to come to us, and we'll tell you how much you can have, how many seats, how many bathrooms, etc. So, yeah, thank you.
Morning, everybody. My name is Joel Langaney. I'm originally from Cuba, where I graduated from the School of Architecture. I've been working with the city since 2015, and I work for the Public Works Department. We basically deal with everything that happens in the right-of-way. We collaborate with community development. Our work starts where their work ends. So we work basically, we make sure that everybody builds roads, sidewalks, and everything in the right of way according to the to standards. Any questions? Good.
So your school is very special to me. My oldest daughter graduated your school, went to Bonita Springs High School, and she's a freshman right now this year at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville. And then my twins, Lily and Austin, Lily is in Miss Armitage's class right now in 3rd grade, and Austin is in Miss Jones' class right now. So I spent a lot of time at your school. I know your SRO, Deputy Drake, and some of you might have seen my husband, Deputy Hunter. I know that he sometimes is there for school dances. I know he's seen a few of you a few times. So my background, I grew up on Sanibel, and I went to St. Francis and Bishop Row in Fort Myers. One of my projects in middle school was to go to a city council meeting and write an essay about it. I ended up going to Sanibel City Council. Little did I know, in the future, that city manager was eventually the city manager of Bonita Springs. And he was our first city manager, Gary Price. So I always had an interest in government. I graduated Bishop Row, and I went to Florida State University. So it's very important that we all do this, and we never do this. But I went to Florida State. I actually got my master's degree in urban and regional planning. I had that interest because I took a elective course taught by the state of Florida Main Street coordinator. And she made it sound pretty exciting about making downtowns look pretty, decorating them. I don't know if some of you see the different awnings we put on the street lights. I'm like, well, that's pretty fun. They do special events, and they help little localized businesses, keep active, have downtown business development. And so I thought, well, that sounds like a fun thing to do. So I started off with the city of Quincy, Florida, which is about 20 miles west of Tallahassee. Soon after, my boss was elected to become the deputy building official for Florida State, so I quickly moved up as the director. So I had to learn quickly about code enforcement and building permits, learning how to look at a parking lot and making sure that you could pull in off the roadway and safely navigate through a drive-through and not crash into anyone you pull onto the main highway. So I learned that pretty quickly. I then had an opportunity to also get my AICP, just like Mary. I'm a certified planner. And from there, I wanted to come back home. So I started with the city of Quincy, and my first position was special events and park coordinator. And so what I did is I got to work on the redevelopment of the park, the band shell that some of you may or may know previously was a baseball field, and we made it a band shell. I got to help develop the events that we have going on there and work with kind of recruiting folks to come down and also use the park. Pretty soon after that, we had a little bit of an economic downturn, and the city manager at the time asked me to start helping businesses, retain employees, and look to make sure that our ordinances were helping folks keep their business going. So that became my next goal. We started developing a program to provide facade matching grants and to provide incentives for corporations to come. I did get to go to a super secret meeting when Hertz decided to bring their headquarters down here, and they picked Estero over Bonita. But they're close enough so that all their employees kind of use our businesses, and they're using our streets, and they're on our roadways. From there, I got an opportunity to also work on a lot of public workshops and public input. I work on the city's comprehensive plan, which is sort of like our master plan of how we decide what we're going to do next. Some of you might have seen the Terry Street roadway that we did. At some point in time, Joel and his boss, Matt Feeney, the public works director, we walked from the pool to the Publix, looking at all the elements there. We also put in some little stick in the mud signs to encourage everyone to come to a public meeting and talk about what they would like to see there. No motorized bikes, we heard. People wanted a place to walk their dogs. People wanted easy access from 041 to ride their bikes. So these are all the kind of things we take and we implement when we look at policies and rules and procedures, and then we plan new development for those parks. From there, our city manager at the time retired, and I was made interim manager and then was able to become the city manager. I've been the city manager since 2018. So to tell you a typical day, I wake up, I have a very good plan of what I like to do, and then usually probably within an hour, that plan's out the window. I'm lucky if I get to 3 or 4 of those things as I want to get to them, because I have no idea how my day is always going to go. You might get a call from FEMA. You might get a call that the weather's changed, and the chief and I are on the phone 3 or 4 times deciding what the next step is, if we're going to have a press conference, if we're going to hear from Lee County that we're going to start an evacuation plan. Or we might get a call that there's a gas leak. A truck has gone over an inappropriate way and caused a gas leak, and we're trying to see how we're going to do a road closure. And then I'm on the phone with Laura to make sure we're getting the information out to the public to know, don't go down 041, and there's probably about 20 businesses that don't have gas right now. So you try to do your best to plan every day. You have goals, you set your plan, and you have to be able to react and realize your surroundings and what's going on, and then you implement the best tactics you can to handle that day. So.
Hi, I'm Kevin Berkwit. I'm the 7th grade civics teacher at Bonita Springs Charter School. And we're so honored to be back here at Bonita Springs City Hall. This is an amazing event that the students get to come out and see government in real life. We do a lot of learning in the classroom, but to connect the dots in real life and get the hands-on experience and talk with local government workers and officials is just an experience that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. And it really helps to bring my content and the information to another level.
I call this meeting to order. There you go, Mayor. Now let's please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay.
tip over the chin.
Okay, now lead us in the pledge. You begin.
You lead us in the
You
pledge.
begin, Mary
All
Lee.
flags right here. Flags right to the right. Just Robbie.
Or just stay there.
Oh.
Left.
Just you take the lead.
Look, and now you start, and we'll start with you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Now the mayor will ask the city clerk to call the roll as to who's present, and then you are to respond aye or present when your name is called out.
City clerk, roll call.
District 1 present. 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 District 2 present. Present. District 3 present.
Present.
District 4 present.
Oh, present.
District 5 present.
Present.
District 6 present.
Present.
Mayor present.
Present.
Now we have a quorum. That means we have a quorum because there's enough people here to take votes. We need at least 4 city council members in order to have a quorum and take a vote. So we have everyone's present.
Now you want to ask for, is there any, what's on our agenda item?
Is there any public comment on agenda items?
Do you just state your name and what you're... Yeah. You want me to start?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Caressa. I live in Bonita Springs, and I think that doing landscaping on Burnwood is a really good idea because it'll make the community brighter and it'll make the area look a lot better. So I'm for that. I think we should do it.
Hi, I'm Valentina Lopez. I think this would be a good idea to like help the community, make it more brighter. That's all. Yeah.
And the city clerk will be writing down the names of the speakers.
And if you don't like it, you can say that you don't like it for whatever reason.
My name's Sophia, and I don't think we should do it because we'd have to like find funds for it.
Hi, my name's Mia. I think it's a good idea because you like get to help our community grow.
Mia, what's your last name?
It's Chazaretta.
How do you spell that?
Echezarreta.
Hi, my name is Mr. Poor Teacher. I live here in Bonita Springs, and I don't care what y'all do as long as you don't raise my taxes, please. So if this is going to raise my taxes, I can't afford that. So, thank you.
Now the mayor could ask if there's anyone else who would like to speak under public comment, and then if not, you can close the public comment and move on to the next agenda
Is
item.
there any public comment?
Any additional?
Any additional? Seeing none.
What was he saying? Consent agenda. We'll move on to the consent agenda.
We'll move on to the consent agenda.
Oh, someone does want to speak?
Oh my God, it's Seth Vinegar. Oh no. Oh boy.
Landscaping on Burnwood, so you can either agree or disagree with it and let them know how you feel.
I like to say, my name is Seth Vinger, and I'd like to say I'm totally against this, as it would already make it so that we would have to close down the roads so we could add more additions to it. I said no.
We'll
So-
move on to the consent agenda.
Okay, and so you're going to ask someone to make a motion to either approve or to not approve the consent.
We discussed. We didn't
Are you
go-
going to discuss? Okay.
We don't go into.
Okay, so I see. We're going to do a little differently than at a normal meeting.
Oh my gosh.
So you go to the next page.
Okay.
Okay. Go to the next page.
Go to the next page.
So in order to speak, you have to be recognized by the mayor. So you have to raise your hand if you want to make a comment, and you'll be making a comment about the landscaping on Burnwood Drive. So you need to be recognized before you speak, and then speak into your microphone.
Does anyone, do you want to read it first?
I feel like we don't need it though.
So just read
You don't want it? No.
I feel like
I don't know what to read, bro.
What do you think? Say, city manager, can you read, the item?
City manager, can you please read the item?
Do you want?
do you want landscaping? Okay, then you're gonna tell them. Alright.
You could just read the title. And then if you want to read a little bit of the background.
Discuss landscaping on Burnwood Drive. Okay. At a recent budget workshop, members of Bonita Springs Charter School requested the installation of a climate-appropriate irrigation and landscaping on Burnwood Drive leading to the Bonita Springs Charter School. Staff has a design and estimate construction cost of approximately $24,563 for the landscaping and irrigation needed.
Council, do we have any discussion?
The project budgeted total cost of this project is $12,000 annually. Currently, there are no funds budgeted for 2024, but if we move forward, we would need to request funding through contingency accounts. Section 46A of the city charter allows for the transfer of all part of any unrestricted appropriations for one department to another. Provide direction to staff about landscaping Burnwood Drive leading up to Bonita Springs Charter.
Council, is there any discussion?
Who's the council guy?
Say yes, sir.
Yeah, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I believe that we should go forward with this, and in order to gain more budget for this, we should tax some of the poor teachers and stuff like that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm against the landscaping because there is no beneficial point to the landscaping other than looking good, and it would cause more harm to poor teachers.
Yes.
If we had more, like, if we gave our funding, like, where would we get our funding from? Because if the poor teachers needed, like, if they didn't want their tax, then that would be a really big problem. Because if you were to listen to the public, they said that they don't want tax. So there wouldn't really be much room, so I deny this.
City manager, where would the funds come from?
Taxes.
Taxes.
Ask city attorney.
Yes.
I think that this was this isn't a good idea because it would congest up like the streets on landscaping. It'll cost more. $12,000 annually to keep it intact and stuff.
Yes.
I also think it'll be dangerous for students who have to go to school around the Bonita Spring area because they have risks closed down roads and the landscaping and the construction.
I think this is a bad idea and I am very much against it. Putting all that landscape up can be it could be like a lot much more, you have to take care of it, or if it like dies, it will just be not as much pretty and then all that work will just go to waste and all that tax money will just go down the drain.
I didn't raise my hand though. Oh, do I have to say it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not only would it be dangerous for our students, but it would also be dangerous for our public as well, just because we'd have to close down roads to fill in landscaping purposes. and who knows how long that would take.
City attorney, could we just tax the poor teachers and only the poor teachers? Just the poor teachers. And only the poor teachers.
What's the point?
Can you repeat the question?
I said, can we just tax the poor teachers and only the poor teachers?
No.
Wait, why can't we not do that? Like, this would be like a possible outcome.
Unfair justice.
That's not unfair justice because like it's part of the school. So like the school should like pay, or the poor teacher should pay for the school. The teacher like working, you know what I mean? Like it's like a symbolic relationship. You know what I mean?
I don't approve.
I approve.
Sounds like a parasitic relationship.
If you have a problem, go to California and work at McDonald's for $20 an hour.
Oh, we have one more over here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
I think I may have had a change of heart that it shouldn't happen, but I still believe we should still tax the poor teachers. But
Anyway. Change of heart.
I think we shouldn't go through with this because it's really just a waste of lots of money and it's not really worth it. But just keep taxing the poor teachers though. That's a good thing.
I really don't like you, Mr. Berkwit.
Oh, dang.
I would like to make a motion to deny.
Oh wait, it can move.
Oh,
Is there a second? Yes.
I second the motion.
Good job,
All right.
Mr. Berkwit.
Now you ask the city clerk for a roll call.
Well, I don't think we heard the motion in the second, so it's going to have to be repeated nice and loud so the city clerk can hear it and properly write down who made the motion and who made the second and what the motion is. So say it real loud.
I would like to make a motion to deny.
I would second that motion.
But I don't know what we're supposed to do.
City clerk roll call. City clerk roll call.
District 1. Okay. Present?
No, you would say.
The motion is to deny.
Aye. Oh.
District 2.
Aye.
District 3.
Aye.
District 4.
Aye.
District 5.
Aye.
District 6. Aye. Mayor.
Aye.
No.
Motion fails. Oh, motion fails.
Motion fails.
No, motion passes to deny.
Yes, the motion was to
Motion
deny the
passes to
landscaping.
deny.
And it was approved, or it passed unanimously, that motion
So approved.
to deny.
So say we are adjourned.
We are adjourned.